This is fun. Yeah. Okay. That's a wrap.
The Brunswick Hypnotize is releasing on February 20th, and while I try to reserve opinions and just stick to the facts and ball reaction, it's going to be hard to not gas this one up. As I always say to get started, I'm a longtime Pro Shop guy, and I've uploaded nearly 2,000 videos with the goal of helping you know what you're buying so that you can waste less money and enjoy bowling more. I have both a full standard review up front and then some online commentary and discussion in the back half of the video. We are, of course, at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern. 42 feet, 25.5 mils. The graph is linked in the description if you want all of the pattern details. The Vaporize and Mesmerize came out together in August of 24, and while they had Pearl and Solid versions of the same HK22C Evo cover formula, they had different cores. The Vaporize was somewhat of a throwback or callback to the Vapor Zone, and the Mesmerize had a still strong but slightly different, also asymmetric core. The Hypnotize gets the same core as the Mesmerize, which is the tri-elliptic at a 251 RG, big 056 differential, and a medium 017 int diff, and simply has the hybrid version of the same HK22C Evo cover from the Vaporize and the Mesmerize at 2000 grit. The Evo or Evolution cover has been used on a lot of the higher end balls for the last few years, and while the HK22 Evo hybrid was on the Perfect Mindset, which was a somewhat mediocre ball, don't let that put you off because they've added the strong and dynamic cohesion additive to it for the Hypnotize, and as you're already seeing, Angel struck about as much in a filming session as I've ever seen. It's a cross between a rounder tumbly reaction and more of a hockey stick reaction, and definitely feels like a hybrid Mesmerize because it's a slightly weaker, cleaner, and sharper version of the same general reaction shape, which is also great for Angel because she shot her first 300 with the Mesmerize a few months ago. I'd also say it's a slightly stronger and sharper Pure Envy as well. For the crowd that likes to complain about convenient or flattering ball review edits, I cut several solidly thrown strikes out of this because I just had way too much footage for the review. Angel was throwing it well, it kept striking, she was having plenty of fun like you saw in the opener, and if you stick around for the live comm section, you'll see more than I could fit in here, but even then I still cut several out of the original edit. Building a review, again, should be about showcasing the ball reaction and giving the best representation of what the ball does, and what this ball does is hook quite a bit. Not quite as much as the Mesmerize, of course, but she had zero issues from missing outside or throwing it too hard outside of a flat corners. It'd get back from anywhere she threw it to. While the Vaporize is a quite different reaction shape from both this one and the Mesmerize, the perfect pairing, or reference rather, would be swapping it out for the Intense Mindset because it shapes more similarly to the Mesmerize and the Hypnotize, the Hypnotize being perfectly placed between the two. It's of course stronger, earlier, and smoother than the Intense, but weaker, cleaner, and sharper than the Mesmerize. I also referenced the Pure Envy. If you have one of those already, I think this one is too much overlap to have both, but using it as an example, the Hypnotize is just a slightly bigger version of that. Typically, Angel kind of camps out in one place and continues to throw shots and moves with the transition. This is a strong ball, so just like the Mesmerize, it started picking up harder after a couple games, and having warmed up enough to ditch the pullover, she also took a big step left. Very few balls allow her to do this, especially effectively, and after a couple of tentative shots, she doesn't ever play in here after all and had to get adjusted, it actually pulled up and got through the pins well. It is slightly directional. It's mostly continuous, but slightly directional, so you'll notice that it does straighten out slightly on the back end from deeper, but the fact that it gets traction and pulls up instead of quitting or dying is impressive, especially considering her lack of power. I think this is why she's so highly requested for videos, because everything hooks and looks good for bigger rev rates, but when you strip that away, you get a clearer illustration of exactly what the ball is accomplishing on its own, so it gives you a lot better idea how to apply it to your own game, since most of the people watching this will have some more similar games to hers. After she was done being a big hooker, she tried to straighten out and was able to do that because the ball reaction is balanced so well. It hooks plenty without being oppressively strong or early, it shapes firmly without jerking, and if you adjust your speed or rev rate, it handles that extremely well too. A little higher speed and lower rev rate from straight, and it still pulls up and drives with authority, but is still very controllable at the same time. There's no way around it, and it wouldn't be an honest assessment if I didn't say that this ball is just undeniably impressive. Code ROSEDOLL10 at checkout will knock 10% off your purchases at CoolWick outside of Fast Track or Quick Ship jerseys, which are already very aggressively priced. Same discount code for 3D printed ball cups and spinners from Scarred Prints, plus there's a discount link for 10% off a Nexus backpack, their new journal, or other products, and finally an email address for custom handcrafted items like pins, bottle openers, and stoppers, and even bowls made out of old bowling balls. All kinds of other great and helpful things in the description, and also take a look at my YouTube memberships, where for just $5 a month you can get all my videos early and ad-free. I'm going to compare it to the Mesmerize, of course, because it's the perfect complement. Sorry about the camera angle difference, but it is what it is. The overall reaction and shape is extremely familiar, and with the same core and just a hybrid version of the same cover, it should be. Mesmerize comes slightly duller out of the box, 1500 grit instead of 2000 grit, but it's still got an impressive amount of shape for how much it also hooks. Of note, too, is that it's, again, one of the rare balls that she can not only get deeper with, but get deeper effectively with. I think the Hypnotize is even slightly rounder than the Mesmerize, which is pretty defined. I don't think it's smoother, though. I might be splitting hairs. They seem to have fairly similar characteristics across the board. Sometimes things are hard to see on video, but the Mesmerize does dig a bit more or is just a bit stronger. I don't think there's enough difference between these two to run them together at the same surface. I'd leave the Mesmerize chalky and either let this one lane shine or take it up to 3000-ish and keep it there so that you have a similar reacting, similar shaping step down when the Mesmerize starts picking up too hard. At the same time, the bonus feature of both of these balls is obviously that you can stick with them in transition longer than other strong balls that don't get deep as easily. Eventually both of these will just start hooking too much or too early for you to stick with them, but it won't be as quick of a step down with either of them as most stronger balls that want to play straighter angles. Once again, the Hypnotize releases on February 20th with the Piranha Power Core Pearl, Criterion Hybrid, and Stealth Mode. I'll have videos for the two track balls, but not the Piranha. You'll still be able to find plenty of videos for it out there, so no worries there. Don't forget to check out the description before you get out of here, and of course make sure to keep watching, as the second half of the video is coming up now, where we get some live commentary and reactions from Angel while she was bowling. This video was brought to you by Panda Bear Productions. We put the in bowling. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.
First shot. It's pretty. Even better. That'll do. Nice.
I was going to say hooked, but it hooked.
Yeah. It's a hooky hooky. That one was nice. Better. Oh!
Kind of looks like a cross between the Mesmerize and a Nova.
Okay. I guess I just don't want to say like it's slow, because I don't think it's, so I guess, yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know the word.
It's kind of in between. It's not like sharp, but it's not smooth.
Yeah. Oh.
Might have to get in a little bit with that one.
Pullover did its job. Alright, Luke says get in. Just bump a little. All right.
Look at you, you're a big hooker now.
I got you.
That's absolutely going in the video.
Oh my God. As long as you don't put it to my angel as a centerfold, we're okay.
Pretty sure there's copyright issues there.
Okay, good. Thank you, copyright. All right, try another one. This may not work. It says chromium. Slow it down. Oh! Yes! Not smart, but we tried all the way left, so we're gonna try all the way right now.
Okay.
Well, not all the way, but more right. Launch. Ah, still can't. I don't think I have the speed for that. Oh.
That was close.
Yeah. This might be the most fun I've had throwing a ball since the eternity.
Yeah.
This is fun. Oh, darn it. Ah, such high hopes. Yeah. Okay. That's a wrap. I'm